Hey everyone, hope you're having a great day. You're listening to the RX Daily Dose. Today's episode is being recorded for Monday, April 19th, and I'm your host, Ian Parnagoni. We update this podcast for healthcare providers, medical professionals, and anyone who has an interest in drug updates. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe on all your favorite podcast platforms and social media, including iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, and Instagram. All links can be found in the show notes below. So in today's episode, the new product we'll be discussing is Nextellus, a new contraceptive with a new form of estrogen. We also have a product with a new indication, that's Trodelvy, which gained approval for metastatic triple-negative breast cancer and urothelial cancer. As always, feel free to skip around. I'm going to include times in the show notes so you get the drugs that interest you. Starting us off with the only new product this week, the FDA approved a new oral contraceptive that contains 3 milligrams of drospirenone and 14.2 milligrams of estradiol, which goes by brand name Nextellus, for the prevention of pregnancy. Nextstellis is the first and only contraceptive pill which contains E4, a naturally occurring estrogen, now produced from a plant source with a unique mechanism of action that offers potential advantages over other estrogens. Nearly 10 million American women use short-acting combination contraceptives of estrogen and progestin. Of these contraceptives, more than 99% contain ethinyl estradiol, a synthetic estrogen that binds widely to all estrogen receptors in the body. Estradiol, which goes by E4, acts differently than other estrogens and is the first estrogen to be described as a nest, a native estrogen with selective actions in tissues. It has more selective activity in tissues, focusing on those needed to support contraceptive efficacy, cycle control, and other beneficial effects of estrogen. Nextellus pairs E4, which has a long half-life of 24 to 28 hours, with the proven progestin drospirenone, specifically chosen due to its long half-life of about 30 hours. And its anti-androgenic and anti-mineral corticoid properties. The comprehensive Nextstellis clinical study program included a diverse patient population with women both starting and switching birth controls, as well as patients with a body mass index of up to 35. According to Phase 3 study findings, Nextellus demonstrated contraceptive efficacy across all subgroups by age, BMI, and prior hormonal contraceptive use. Nextellus was also associated with a favorable bleeding profile and low rates of breakthrough bleeding, including in cycle 1. The FDA also approved a new indication for sacituzumab govitecan, which goes by brand name Trodelvy, for treating unresectable locally advanced or metastatic triple-negative breast cancer, and accelerated approval for locally advanced or metastatic urothelial cancer, both for patients who have received previous treatments. The drug was granted approval for both indications from 2 different trials that were required after the drug's approval in April of 2020. The multi-center open-label randomized ASCENT study included 529 patients from the indicated population. They were randomized 1-to-1 to receive Trodelvy or a single-agent chemotherapy, which could include eribulin, capecitabine, gemcitabine, or vinorelbine, until disease progression or experiencing unacceptable toxicity within a 12-month period. Efficacy endpoints included progression-free survival for those with and without brain metastases, and overall survival. Median progression-free survival for patients receiving the study drug was 4.8 months compared to 1.7 months for those receiving chemotherapy alone, and median overall survival was 11.8 months and 6.9 months respectively. The review for this indication was conducted under Project Orbis in collaboration with Australian Therapeutic Goods Administration, the Brazilian Health Regulatory Agency, Health Canada, and Swissmedic. It used the Real-Time Oncology Review Pilot Program and the Assessment Aid. This application was granted priority review and breakthrough therapy designation. Trodelvy's accelerated approval for the urothelial cancer indication was based on efficacy and safety findings in the single-arm multi-center Trophy trial in 112 patients from the indicated population. Main efficacy endpoints were objective response rate and duration of response. Confirmed objective response rate was 27.7%, of which 5.4% were complete responses and 22.3% partial responses. Median duration of response was 7.2 months. Continued approval for the indication will depend on follow-up verification and description of clinical benefit in a confirmatory trial. The review for this indication used the Real-Time Oncology Review Pilot Program and the Assessment Aid, and the application was granted priority review and fast-track designations. And that's all I have for right now. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. I'll include all links in the show notes below, so please go back and check those out too. Please connect with me on any of your social media platforms and give me feedback on what you heard today. I'd love to know what you thought about the episode. And as always, feel free to like, share, and subscribe wherever you listen to your podcasts. And thank you so much for tuning in. Stay safe out there, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.